I think Andrena is the next Helium network. I think plain and simple. Helium was IoT internet. Andrena is the entire internet, not just IoT. So if anything, I think Andrena has a bigger total addressable market cap. But I think outside of crypto, outside of Web3, I think they're the Starlink for crypto. When is Andrena's token generation event scheduled, and which projects would you compare it to? Additionally, where do you anticipate Andrena's market cap might reach during this cycle? We don't have an update on TGE. I think speculation is sometime in Q4, so maybe sometime December, if not maybe in Q1. They have already gone live with the airdrop rewards program. So basically, if you download their extension in the browser, kind of like Grass, you can start mining and earning points. I'm doing the same. I haven't looked at how many points I have, but what projects would I compare it to? This one is easy. In the past, I've compared this to Helium. I think Andrena is the next Helium network. I think plain and simple. Helium was IoT internet. Andrena is the entire internet, not just IoT. So if anything, I think Andrena has a bigger total addressable market cap. Helium has kind of diverged and split up into different projects into now becoming a wireless carrier with Helium Mobile, which is big. That's done pretty well. They're growing drastically, but I still think Andrena is going to be the biggest. For me, out of all the 40 investments we've made, Andrena is a project I'm most bullish on because I think building a fully decentralized internet is huge. It's basically Starlink for Web3. If you guys follow Starlink on Twitter, whenever Elon or on their Twitter, they're posting about it, it's growing very, very fast. And Andrena is doing the same thing for Web3. So imagine all of these crypto projects running on a fully decentralized internet. So I would say, honestly, I'm more bullish on this than peak. Now, at the other partners for the fund disagree. They're kind of more bullish on peak, but to me, Andrena is one of those, not financial advice, but no-brainers. The next internet for Web3, hardware as DeepIn, like the entire internet can run on Andrena. It's kind of the way I kind of view it. So if you go to the website, this was their launch. They have this extension, and you can just log in. But this is their extension. This is what it looks like. You log in. I've shared this before in the past when they've launched. But I think the biggest comparison I would say is Andrena is similar to Helium Network, but bigger. But I think outside of crypto, outside of Web3, I think they're the Starlink for crypto. We're actually scheduled to be having a Twitter space with the Andrena team, I think in the next week or two. So be on the lookout for that. But here, just ask Perplexity to share some metrics on Starlink. So they had a beta launch back in October 2020. By December 2022, they reached 1 million subscribers. Then they doubled to 2 million by September 2023, then 3 million by May 2024, and they've passed 4 million by end of September of this year. And Starlink is available in over 100 countries, well, almost 100 countries. So I think that's the potential for Andrena. Starlink, as of now, has approximately 1.4 billion in revenue as of 2022. And they expect 6.6 billion in 2024. So we invested in Andrena at 80 million FTV. So what is my target? I think it can do 100x. I think 8 billion FTV is reasonable during this bull run. Anything over that, I think is gravy. Now, where will they launch? That I don't know. Obviously, these are VC deals. We also ran an SPV for a VIP group, so that's good. So they got exposure to that. I would say maybe it launches at about 800 million FTV. That means it'll be about a 10x. Can it go to 80 billion? That's possible. I would say probably more like a moonshot, but anything is possible in crypto. That would be 100x from there, but I would say probably about 10% or less chance that happens. But I am very, very bullish. Now for Dun, it's not quite as portable as Starlink. I would say that's kind of maybe the downside. This is more designed for buildings, at least initially, in terms of the first rollouts. So this is an example. They deployed this in New York City, the hardware, and it's giving wireless coverage to 7,500 buildings. So over 800,000 people now are covered with internet access from just one device. So kind of like when Helium launched, you could buy a hotspot and share with different, they have kind of like grids or tiles on the map. This is designed more so for buildings. So it's not like everybody's going to have this in their home. Like in this example here, there's one device that is giving almost 1 million people access to internet. So this is almost kind of like last mile coverage, I would say. But the early adopters, the people that buy these devices for their buildings, I think have a lot of upside to potentially earn some crypto through down. And then the other method, as mentioned, is also by having the extension in your browser. So everybody plays a part in this entire decentralized internet. So I think this is basically what it looks like. So they're basically building an ISP. So think kind of like Verizon, Google Fiber, but for Web3, for crypto. That's crypto native.